The crowd is screaming. The man standing before Pilate has not slept. His face is swollen, his robe is torn, he has been beaten through the night, and now he stands in silence while the mob decides his fate. Here is what most people never realize. Pilate does not want to end him. The most powerful Roman official in Judea, a man who executed people without blinking, is looking for a way out. The morning sun is already brutal. The stone courtyard bakes under it. You can hear the crowd, you can smell the sweat and the dust and the fear. This is the trial that changed history, and most people have never heard the full story. In 1961, archaeologists digging in Caesarea Maritima, Rome's regional capital, pulled a limestone block from the ruins. Carved into the stone were 4 Latin words: Pontius Pilatus, Praefectus Judaeae, Pontius Pilate, governor of Judea. It was the first physical proof that this man existed outside the Bible. The Latin title Praefectus, which means one placed in front, tells us something important. Pilate was not just a judge, he was Rome's enforcer. His job was to keep the peace, no matter what it cost. That detail changes everything about what happens next. The trial takes place in what the Gospels call the Praetorium, Latin for the governor's official headquarters. It is not a courtroom like you might imagine. It is a palace. Herod the Great built it. The ceilings are high, the floors are polished stone. It is cool inside compared to the brutal street. But Pilate moves the trial outside, and the reason why matters enormously. It is Passover. Jewish law says that entering a Gentile house during the feast makes a person ritually unclean. If the crowd steps inside, they cannot celebrate. Pilate knows this. He uses it, so he walks back and forth, in to question Jesus, out to address the crowd, in again, out again. The Greek words for this movement are exo and iso, out and in. John records every single trip. Archaeologists have found a large paved area near the Antonia fortress in Jerusalem, ancient massive stone tiles that some scholars believe could be the very place where this exchange happened. The stones are cold, smooth, worn by thousands of feet. Pilate stands over a man he has already decided is innocent, while the crowd outside demands blood. That back and forth walk is not just geography. It is a portrait of a man caught between two worlds, stalling for time he does not have. At some point in the questioning, Pilate looks at Jesus and asks 5 words in Greek, Su eho basileus, are you the king? Jesus answers with a question of his own. Are you asking this yourself? Or did others tell you about me? That stops Pilate cold. Prisoners beg, prisoners bargain. This man answers like he is the one in charge. Pilate presses him. I am not a Jew, am I? Your own people handed you over. What did you do? And Jesus gives an answer that echoes through history. My kingdom is not of this world. The Greek word for kingdom is basileia. It does not simply mean territory. It means reign, the active and living rule of a king. Jesus is not describing a place. He is describing a power. Pilate hears something in that answer. He goes back outside and tells the crowd plainly, I find no guilt in him. Not once, 3 times. 3 separate declarations of innocence, each one ignored. Pilate is not a villain twirling a cape. He is a man who knows the truth and cannot find the courage to act on it. That is the most unsettling part of this entire story. Then comes the moment everything turns. Pilate sits down on the judgment seat. The Greek word is bema, a raised platform where official verdicts are declared. Once a Roman official takes that seat, the verdict is binding. Everyone in the courtyard knows it. The crowd plays its final card. If you release this man, you are not Caesar's friend. That phrase, Caesar's friend, was an actual political title in Rome. Losing it meant losing your career, your wealth, possibly your life. Pilate feels the trap closing around him. He brings Jesus out one final time and says, "Here is your king," still using that word. Even now, even at the end, the crowd shouts back, "We have no king but Caesar." And Pilate does something remarkable. He calls for a bowl of water and washes his hands in front of everyone, saying, "I am innocent of this man's blood." The Greek word for innocent is athous, literally without penalty. He is trying to transfer the guilt, to hand it to someone else and walk away clean. But water does not wash away a verdict. The sentence is spoken. Jesus is led away. The most powerful man in the room, the one with the army, the title, the throne, has just made the weakest choice of his life. 3 images from that courtyard are worth holding on to. The cold, smooth, worn stone floor where an innocent man stood condemned. The back and forth walk of a man who knew the truth and kept stalling. The bowl of water and the word athous, innocent, but refusing to act like it. The trial of Jesus is not fundamentally about Rome versus Jerusalem. It is about what every human being does when the truth costs too much. In John 18:38, Pilate asks Jesus directly, "What is truth?" Then he turns and walks back outside before the answer can reach him. He was not asking a philosophy question. He was running from one. Most of us have stood in some version of that courtyard. We knew what was right, but saying it out loud would have cost something real, a friendship, a promotion, a reputation. So we stalled, we asked more questions. We looked for a way to let someone else decide. Pilate is not the villain of this story because he was cruel. He is the villain because he was careful. He chose safety over truth, one small step at a time until the steps ran out.